Joe throws a chicken nugget at mom. We are talking about the Zampogna family from Supernanny. Let's break it down.
What struck me, Angela, was the way you talked to the kids about dinner. Just put it up to your mouth. Just try a little bit, as if that was really bad. What you do is you shape this sense of being apologetic for them eating the foods that are healthy for them, instead of it being, that's just the way it is. And so most times it's easier just to give in and feed them the over-processed food.
Angela, you are not alone. Over 2/3 of the calories that our children are consuming come from ultra-processed foods. We're talking about the pizza. We're talking about the chicken nuggets. We're talking about the mac and cheese. Pretty much anything in our pantry or our freezer that has a long list of ingredients and it never expires. That's the ultra-processed foods. The exact definition is an edible substance designed to be profitable, designed to be convenient, and designed to be highly palatable, or what they call hyper palatable. That's why when you open up that bag of chips, it is so hard to stop. It's designed that way. Epidemiological data, though, shows us that these foods are associated with higher risks of diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and cancer. So it is something that we need to take seriously on top of everything else that's on our plates, parents. I totally get it. Our parents, and definitely not our parents' parents, they didn't have to deal with this. We do. It is something that is a huge topic to talk about. Let's see how Joe is going to help this family.
First, I want to stock Angela and Dom's fridge with healthier food. And then we're going to have basic chicken and vegetables for tonight's dinner. The kids will probably resist, but I'm going to help the parents through it. Pumpkin seeds, wheat bread, lettuce, apples, and avocado. And it really is about your attitude, and it's about saying we're going to eat healthier as a family, and the kids just getting used to that palate.
In past episodes, we've seen her take the family to the grocery store, which I thought might be more effective. She had a wheel with one family with different kinds of food, and they spun it to see what it landed on, or they took turns with each family member. One that I really loved was they went to a farmer's market of some sort where the kids were able to taste the different foods. Do I like avocado? Do I not like avocado? So I'd imagine, like she said, this is going to be a lot of pushback. We are going from highly processed foods to chicken breast and broccoli. That's a jump. Let's see how it goes.
I think everyone should get out and get a bit of fresh air whilst it is sunny. Before dinner, I want these children to be outside playing, so they are using up their energy. They're coming indoors hungry.
Did it!
Good job.
You only pull me so high, please. We're having a lot of fun.
And then tonight, let's see if they're hungry enough to eat what's on their plate.
They are using energy so that they need energy from their dinner. And this is supported by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. It says that we should feed our kids about 3 meals a day, 2 snacks, maybe only 1 snack if we have an older child. But I think it's important that we think about when our children like to eat. Some kids wake up, they are ravenous. They wake up and they will eat a big breakfast, and then they don't eat as much throughout the day. Other kids, they wake up and they don't want to have anything. And then they have this huge dinner. You also want to think about your schedule. For us, we have 2 school-aged children. That means they're at school for lunch. And over the years, I have found out that it doesn't matter how pretty I make their lunches. You know, you see the things on the internet. They use cutters. They make everything colorful. It just gets thrown out or comes home. And it's frustrating. It's a waste of food. Just doesn't work for us. So I've learned that's the time where they are building up their hunger. They have a few snacks at school, and then when they get home from school, that is when I serve them an actual meal with all the nutrients that they need. So just keep that in mind when you're figuring it out.
Dinner's ready.
I want chicken nuggets.
Well, this is what we're gonna have right now.
That's tonight. This is tonight's menu.
These kids just need to eat the healthier food when mum and dad cook it for them. The first tip is for these parents to show enthusiasm for when these kids are eating home-cooked food.
All right, everybody. You guys excited? It's exciting. You guys, I got one.
The food is in front of them. Will they eat it? We have 3 kids to get to see how they're going to handle it. We've seen past episodes where Supernanny forced the children to eat the food or they had to go to a timeout. We've talked about that before. Let's see how these 3 kids do.
That's the way it's gonna be. You're gonna eat all of it.
I want him to eat, but I hate to hear him cry. Stressful.
Put another piece in your mouth, love.
Okay.
Well done, Giuseppe. Well done. Dominic, well done, love. All right, well done, Giuseppe.
Good job, buddy.
Look at that. Look at that. We have 2 out of 3 kids. They ate their food on the first day of implementation. Bravo. The only caution I have is not creating another problem while trying to solve a problem. Here's what I mean. When Giuseppe and Dominic both got up to put their plate on the counter, there was praise. There was good job, Giuseppe. Good job, Dominic. And Rose is having trouble and she's sitting there not being successful. I'm assuming they were told they had to finish their plate in order to get dessert. Don't agree with that, but okay, what's our goal? Our goal is to get the kids to eat nutritious food, okay? Are they eating it for the reward? That could create another problem. But the one that I'm actually trying to emphasize the most is competition amongst siblings. When we praise our children out loud and another child is listening, although that might motivate that child to do the thing, it creates tension, jealousy, competitiveness with their sibling. And for some children, it doesn't affect them in a negative way and it's fine. But for others, it really puts a wrench in their relationship. So just note it. Sometimes what I do is I actually try to praise my children separately. So I might actually go up to Giuseppe when he's in the living room later and be like, I noticed you ate all that zucchini. And not say it in front of, just, you don't want to create another problem when you're trying to solve a problem. That's my point, is just be cautious.
Rose, we're not happy with this behaviour.
You're gonna eat all of it.
I don't like it. Too close.
I know, honey.
I know. What did you just do?
I know.
You make it look like
I know,
we're
I
the
know.
bad cops. Dom and I are now the bad cops. You literally just made us the bad cops. Come with me.
Oh boy.
We know it's not good when Joe takes the parent into another room. She is going to hear it. And before we hear that, I want to share a little trick that I do, and I kind of have to whisper it so my son doesn't hear he's in there, is if I want him to try a new food, I will actually eat it by myself first, and he'll come over and go, what are you eating? And I go, oh, these are my kale chips. They're my kale chips. And I specifically say my, because as soon as you say that, they're like, can I have one? And sometimes just us being excited about things makes them want to be excited. My dad actually told me this story about tuna fish sandwiches. When he was growing up, apparently he did not like tuna fish. It was not something that he would eat. But after school, he went to one of his neighbor's homes, and the mother made a whole bunch of tuna sandwiches for all the kids. And they all ate it, and he ate it included. And when he got home and he told his mom goes, but you don't like tuna fish. And he's like, yeah, he just ate it because all the other kids were eating it.
What's wrong with that food?
There's nothing wrong with the food, but I just know they don't like it.
Because you've been giving them crap to eat. This is behaviour. Because every time it got difficult for you, you gave them chicken nuggets. You're too worried about your kids not liking you rather than being focused on doing what they need. We've got to change it because it's a drastic situation.
There it is. This isn't about the food. This is about this underlying theme of mom having trouble with setting and enforcing boundaries with her children. She wants her kids to like her. She doesn't want them to be upset. She wants them to be happy all the time. And that is what's underneath this food issue. I will, Rosaria, eat the food? That's what I'm wondering now. Is Dad's in there? There's cameras on her. Part of me just ethically watching Supernanny struggles sometimes. I know that these videos are all on YouTube already, so I've considered blurring faces out, and it's so much work beyond my capabilities. And I just hope that us watching this is more about education than it is about anything else. Like, she's a 5-year-old and she's on camera like this, and I don't like it. I don't like it. But we're learning from it. We're using it as a jumping off point to talk about parenting. Let's see if Rosaria eats the food.
Look, see that? Look. She has no problem eating this. Look, what are these? What's that? What's this?
Chicken.
Does she eat these?
Yes.
Oh, because they're breaded. And what does she have on her fork?
Chicken.
This is about, if I make enough of a fuss, you might just go back to this. Am I making my point? Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Did you see Giuseppe around the corner when he was watching Joe Frost talk to his mom? He had those big eyeballs. You reap what you sow. And for a long time, Mom has been sowing these habits, and now the growing pains are happening. This is the hardest time, is when you change something. And you don't have to change everything at once. We're not going to teach all our skills to our kids by the time they're 10. We're constantly working on things. So if you have a child who is hitting others, forget the dang chicken nuggets. Who cares about the chicken nuggets? You need to work on emotional regulation, using your words instead of your hands. But Mom and Dad specifically asked Joe Frost to help with this junk food problem.
John, what's the answer?
We gotta get hard and we gotta get tough. Because once we get over the hump, it gets easier. This is the hardest part. Right now, we're facing the hardest part.
Right now. You're going to need to support each other through this. And more importantly, John, you're going to need to support Angela through this.
I was getting upset and angry, especially when Joe threw a chicken nugget at me. I know it's junk. I know it's processed food and it's not good for them. Just hard to see my kids cry, and I just want to comfort them. It's tough.
But tomorrow, I want to see a better day from you.
Next time, we will see if Angela begins to change her tune. Mom, it feels hard because it is hard. And I want to leave everyone with this quote. It says, behind every great child is a parent pretty sure that they are screwing it up. And I will see you next time.